Hello, and welcome to our second ASMR video that we're going to be doing together. We're really thankful for everyone watching. Thank you for watching last time, those of you that did. I do need to, again, open by apologizing for the mic. This is a lav, and that is unfair to you, but again, it is a completely financial decision, and one day when we have enough money coming in, we'll get a mic that makes sense for what we're doing. But we thank you for bearing with the laugh while we're in that financial situation. Okay, so we have a really soothing agenda for today, something that will get you into the Z's, into dreamland as fast as humanly possible. We're going to be reading every single name in alphabetical order that is featured in the Silmarillion. Bodhi and I are big Lord of the Rings fans, and Silmarillion fans, all things Tolkien fans. And so we're going to be reading off these names, and I think just the sound of each name will lull you to sleep, and we hope that that comes swiftly. But we're also going to do some other things just in between that, just so that there's something to break it up, something for people that maybe aren't falling asleep or watching for other reasons, whatever those might be. And the thing we're going to do is we're going to have a Pokemon unboxing of a Battle Styles ETB. Haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, I'll show that off right there. There's Battle Styles. I think that was that a COVID release? I can't remember. Was that 2020? It's okay. We'll figure it out. Oh, I'll read off the stuff. Here we go. And let's begin by reading the A's from the Silmarillion. All right. Agnor, Erendir, Eren, Amandil, Amari, Amlak, Amrad, Amras, Anarion, and Calagon the Black, Angrim, Angrod, Anael, Ar Adunakor, Aragorn, Aranwe, Aratan, Arathorn II, Eredel, Ar Gemilzor, Aryan, Ar Farazon, Ar Saklathor, Arthad, Alwe, Azagel. That's very nice. Hope you enjoyed that journey through the A's. One of my favorite characters is Aule. Love the maker of all things earthen. The Valar are definitely some of my favorite characters in general. Because I'm one of those basic people that just likes the most powerful characters. But let us know in the comments what characters you like. Also, if I mispronounce any names, please let us know. We'd like to correct that. And also, if we miss any names, maybe we didn't get a comprehensive list, please tell us in the comments so that we can rectify the situation and say that over MSR, and say it later. Yeah, okay. Bodhi, I think now would be a great time to give the people an opportunity to experience the the license plate. Yeah, I think this is license plate time. Okay, so we have a license plate here, and Bodhi is just going to softly hit himself in the head with it for a little bit, and while I read off the B's. Okay, so here we go. I'll make sure it's close enough you can hear both things, and make sure you hit yourself hard enough so we can hear both. All right, but not too hard. We don't want to wake anyone up. All right, here we go. Go ahead. Baragond, Barahir, Baran, Beleg, Belegund, Beor, Bereg, Bor, Borlach, Borlad, Boromir, Boron, Borthond, Brandir, Bregolas, Bregor, and Brada. It's really nice. I'll keep going. It's like a metronome. It's really good. Alright, thank you, Bo. I think Beleg is one of my favorite characters from the Bees. Tragic end, as so many other characters had their tragic end. But Beleg is just one of those, Beleg Strongbow, just a faithful friend, an elf that deserved better, I'd say. Yeah. Okay. All right. Beor is awesome too. I feel like I should just say that. Okay. And Baron. Of course. Baron and Luthien. What an amazing story. The quest for the Silmaril. It's fantastic. All right. We're going to go into the seas. Here we are. Captain of Morgoth. I think that's more of a title than a name. Let me know in the comments what you think. Caranthir, Carcharoth, Celeborn, Celebrimbor, Celegorm, Círdan, Cirion, and Curufin. I really don't like most of the people in the Silmarillion whose names start with C. I can honestly say I do not like any of these characters. I really particularly hate the sons of there's Fingon, Finarfin, Fingolfin, and while we're waiting for me to remember it, do you want to this is an elven blade, we figured it would be appropriate. Do you want to give them a very satisfying sound of doing this? It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Oh no, it's not Finwë. It is. I think it's the son of Finwë though. It'll come to me. I keep doing that. Oh, it's ruining them. Let's do the insertion because it's just a fun sound. I didn't want to look, but it's the Sons of Feanor. I don't like any of the Sons of Feanor. I apologize for the delay. I really wanted to impress you, but Alas, I have not. Maybe just one more time. That's so satisfying. Alright, let's go into the D's. Daeron, Dagnir, Deruin, Denethor, the king of the Liquendi, not Denethor of the Lord of the Rings. Dior, Dorlas, Drowlin, and Durin the First. I'm a big fan of Dior as well. Another elf that met a very tragic end, but I felt he was a brave young man for the greatness of his parents, and his fate was sadder than theirs, but very bold. So really like Dior and Durin, of course, the great dwarf. The E's. Erendil, Irandor, Ernel II, Iernur, Irwen, Ecthelion, Edrahil, Ilianel, Elamir, Elendur, Elenwe, Elrond, Elros, Elured, Elurin, Elwing, Emildir, Eol, Eonwe, Erelant, Este. So much to like in the E's. I love that Elwing became a swan. Just such a cool story. Flying to her husband to save the world. I mean, what a great story. I really hate Eel. How can you not? Este, again, I love the powers, and Este is one of the really cool, great powers of Middle-earth. Eonwe, the herald of Manwe. Pretty cool. I also love the moment when Eonwe, I believe it's Eonwe, speaks to Feanor, and Feanor answers him, and Silmarillion says that Eonwe hears him as one who has been full answered and then returns to the Valar. Just a really cool moment. Sad, but as is most of the book. Here we go to the F's. Falathar, Feanor, Finarfin, Findulas, Fingolfin, Fingon, Finrod, Finwë, Frodo, Fëanor. I'm a huge Fingolfin fan. I really wanted him to kill Morgoth. I just love that moment riding on his steed. But it just didn't end that way. He wounded him, and that's a glorious thing. But I think the fans of Fingolfin would have liked the story to end there, but it wasn't to be. And it would have proven the Valar wrong, which, is just not cool. Not cool. Okay. Bodhi, why don't you, while we're going through the G's, we have the Larry Mobile from VeggieTales, and why don't you just do some things with this? Just make some soft noises, with however you want to. Just find something satisfying, though. Okay. The G's. Galadriel, Galdor, Gandalf, Gelmir, Gil-galad, Gildor, Gimilcad, Glaurung, Glirhuin, Glorredel, Glorfindel, Gorlim, Gothmog, Gulin, Gundor, Gwindor. There goes Larry. I love Glorfindel. I also weirdly like Gothmog. I just like the name. But Glorfindel is so cool. Kills a Balrog, gets sent back in the Third Age. It's just a cool character. He's also good if you've ever played the Fantasy Flight Lord of the Rings games. The Lord of the Rings, the card game. One of my favorite characters. Alright, we're just gonna dive into the H's. Hador, Haldad, Haldan, Haldar, Haldir, Haleth, Halmir, Handir, Hareth, Hathaldir, Hathol, Heramor, Huan, Hunthor, Huor, Hurin. This is another stacked part. I love Huan, the great dog. I love Huor. I love Hurin. Really love Hurin. If you've ever read the Tale of Turin, is that what it's called? No, it's The Children of Hurin. I have read it. I just forgot the name. I apologize. But The Children of Hurin, the chapter where he speaks to Morgoth, it is some of the best writing I think I've ever seen in any book. I think it's the 3rd chapter of The Children of Hurin. I think I've read that chapter 5 or 6 times. It's just so epic. And the Battle of Unnumbered Tears right beforehand, also just a glorious 2 chapters, probably the best 2 chapters of the book. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Ibun, Idril, Ilmare, Iluvatar, God. Imlach, Indis, Ingwe, Inzelibath, Irmo, Isildur. Another great list. The eyes are awesome. Irmo. How do you not love Irmo? Iluvatar. Gotta love Iluvatar. Ingwe. An important elf. Not as talked about as others. The other elves of the same repute. I seem to have lost my page. I apologize. Buddy, why don't you just regale them with with this? I'm looking at my page. That was really nice. Very satisfying. Tolkien did not particularly love the letter K, so the K's are just Kim. The L's: Lilith, Lenwe, Lindori, Lorgan, Luthien. Luthien's obviously the MVP of that list. The M's: Mablung, Maedhros, Maeglin, Maglor, Magor, Matan, Malak, Mandos, Manwe, Marak, Mardil, Melian, Melendil. Messengers of the Valar. Again, I think a title. Mim, Tar Minister, Miriel, Morgoth, Morwen. Another great list. Mablung. Oh, love Mablung. Don't like the Sons of Feanor. A lot in that list. Mandos and Manwë. Yeah, like the sort of wisdom of Manwë and Mandos, and then Manwë the wise one. It's really cool. The ends. Nahar, Nazgul, Nerdanel, Nessa, Nienna, Nienor, Nimloth. Nessa, Nienna, Niranor. Yeah, great characters. The O's. Bo, why don't we, while we're doing this section, do you just want to show them your moves with the Master Sword? Yeah, okay. We're gonna, I know it's not Tolkien, but the Master Sword is really sweet. Atar, Alwe, Orodreth, Orome, Ase. Ase is so BA. So BA. The R's. Radagast, Radruin, Ragnar, Rian, Rakhalar, Rumil. The S's. Actually, this is such a satisfying sound. We just gotta keep doing it. If that doesn't put you in the mood for some more Lord of the Rings, I don't know what will. The S's. Syros, Salmar, Saruman, Sauron, Silmarillion. The T's. Tar and Kalaman, Tar Atanamir, Tar Kiryatan, Tar Elendil, Tar Miliel, Tar Palantir, Telkar, Telemnar, Thingol, Thorondor, Thringwethil, Tilion, Tulkas, Tuor, Turgan, Turin. Another really stacked list. Got to pause. Thingol, King of Doriath, King of Menegroth, 1,000 Caves. He got to marry Melian, a Maiar. Just a really cool character. Again, a tragic end. And his end was really brought upon by his own pride, but Thingol's just such a cool character. Thorondor, King of Eagles. Oh, love him. And of course, Tuor and Turin. Just epic characters. And Turgon. I really like Turgon. The mini versions, the many versions of the Fall of Gondolin, every one of them is a gem. If you ever get a chance to read them, I actually like the early ones the best, though, with the dialogue between Turgon and Ulmo, because Ulmo keeps trying to warn Turgon not to love too well the works of his hands in Gondolin. But he does, and he can't abandon the city even though he needs to. Just a beautiful story. Okay, here we go. Oinen. Oh, I'm sorry, the U's. Oinen, Uldor, Ulfang, Ulfast, Ulmo, Ulwarth, Ungoliant, and Urthel. Wonderful. We're almost there. We're almost done. And that's sad. Kind of sad it's almost over. We've had such a great time together. But there's Pokemon coming, so battle styles. A lot of fantasy things going on. We've got our Lord of the Rings, our Silmarillion Tolkien Legendarium. We've got our Elvish Blade. We have our Link's Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda. We have our Larry Boy from the VeggieTales world. So a lot of cool things today, and we'll get to Pokemon, the final fantasy excursion of our day. Let's keep going. The V's. Vaire, Valandil, Vana, Varda, Voronwe. Gotta love Varda. That's my favorite one of that group. W is just Witch King. Y is Yavanna, another favorite of mine, lover of all things that grow. And in fact, that's the conclusion. We have done it. At Yavanna, we have the final character. And, you know, Yavanna being the one who brought forth the two trees, you know, her tragedy really begins at the beginning and then sort of ends shortly after with the hiding of the Valar. But Yavanna is another favorite. As is Varda. I mean, obviously, those are the two big women among the Valar, and I think they're both amazing. I don't think we got the full experience of the license plate, and I just want you to. So I don't know if we got the full experience of the license plate, and so I want to let you listen to something that was life-changing for me. Listen to this and tell me it does not get your cochlea vibrating. If that doesn't satisfy the cochlea, I don't know what will. That was just, I mean, that's just it's such a satisfying sound. Okay. Well, I think we've done a lot, and it's been great being together. Hope you enjoyed this little journey, this ASMR journey, our second one. I do apologize that we don't have any more credit cards to read for you to make any more money. We're gonna work on that, But theft is something that does take time. You have to be in the right moment. Otherwise, you get caught, and we won't be able to. Well, anyway, there'll be problems. Okay, so we've got Battle Styles. It's an exciting unboxing. Would you do the honors with the sword? Here we go. You can listen to this. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's good. There we go. A more precise knife, the Elvish knife. I hope you enjoyed that listening experience. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to tear some of this off now. Just enjoy the volume around that. That's really nice. I kind of want to go back to. Oh, yeah. That was a symphony. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We're going to dive into this. Okay. We got the Battle Styles Player's Guide. Very cool. And we're going to dive into the ETB now. I always think it's interesting they create these to make the ETB look bigger. Kind of interesting. Okay. And, of course, we've got the Battle Styles, whatever those are called. This is a code card. If you're looking for that sort of thing, there you go. And we've got the energies. And the dividers. This game rules garbage. Who plays Pokemon? It isn't just for collecting, right? And then some things to help you play the game if that's what you want to waste your time doing. Okay, and now we have a cacophony of packs. Bodhi, if you would do the honors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs to open. Wow. All right, so I think we'll just, Bodhi, if you would put these in order of your favorite Pokemon. Thank you. Okay. Let's listen to this. I hope you enjoyed that as much as me. Okay. So are we going from least to Yep. So we're going to start with his least favorite Pokemon of these packs, which is this Urshifu? I don't know how you say it, Urshifu, but Bodhi doesn't like Urshifu. Here Here we go. We're going to listen to the rip together. Oh, wow. Lord, let's learn. So these packs are from 2021. 2021. Even earlier 30s. That might be the most satisfying one we've ever done. And there's a little bit more. Here we go. Wow. Greenback. No one wants to see the greenback. I'm thinking fire energy. Nope. Let's see what we got here. We've got a Heatmor. You probably can't see it very well. It's out of focus, but here we go. Heatmor. Do you think that they would want to hear me talk about the cards or just show them and let them hear the flipping noise? The flipping. We're not going to announce anything. Just enjoy the flipping. Let us know if you want something different in the future. Here we go. We're just going to enjoy the noise. Here, put it right up against the card so they can hear. That's hot garbage. That is a non-hollow Victory Bell. And a reverse Yamper. Gosh, that's awful. So we're going to go back to the Urshifu well that has already been completely dry, but we'll see if there's any water down here. We might do a, that's good news. We might do a little crunching of the empty packages at the end as a little treat. Fire. Dang it. Maybe move it up. Stoutland. Yeah. Comments? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if you can get the shine on that. It's pretty shiny. Let's hope that we can experience something as delightful as that Stoutland from Urshifu once again, but different. A purple Urshifu as opposed to the red. Oh, so nice. There's a little more. Oh, so nice. Good news. Good news. can't catch up to this guy because he's mustard. Victini VMAX. Wow, that's pretty cool. I wanna show them, you know. Can you see the shine? The Urshifu well is actually bubbling with water, so we'll see if the well can remain filled with liquids. This one's showing some resistance. Oh, that's nice. The dam broke. Oh, that was like a pair of jeans ripping. Oh, that was a crotch rip for sure. It's really nice. Oh, bad news. No bueno. Fire. But it's not gonna matter. The future is certain. I'll bring the mic too. Because this is such a disappointing card. It is an original 151, so maybe not as disappointing, but it's not what we wanted. And so I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip this Chimicho. Actually, how about in the next grouping, we'll just do a full rip straight through to whatever the final card is. So here we go. That's so nice. Tyranitar is the next Pokemon. We're done with Urshifu, and we'll see how Tyranitar treats us. Resistance again. But not as much. Nice. Such a satisfying sound. Check it out. Fire. The fire of the clouds. We're gonna do. Let's do a rip. We'll pull and rip. We'll pull. Show. Hard to do that to Bisharp. Mimikyu. Full art. Wow. Check out that shine. That's a nice card. Try to use the light so you can see it better. It's a great card. Yeah. Minty fresh. That's probably PSA 10 right there. Probably tell. I'll show you the back too. Look at that centering. That is perfect centering. It's good. Eardrums. Anyway, we're going to move to Empoleon, which is Bodhi's favorite Pokemon of these. Empoleon. Effortless. Let's do a full rip, including fire, fighting. The Empoleon packs have been a well so dry it is a desert under. This final Empoleon pack is the only hope for Empoleon. Empoleon has been so dry, the well is actually just a desert underground. But maybe we'll find gold in here. Golden, nectared water. So, here we go. If anyone could bring the water, it would be Empoleon. Here we go. I just want to say, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have. This has just been great. So, anyway. last one. I'll name them. We have a Single Strike Fighting Energy. Very cool. We have Camping Gear. We have Seadra, and what a pronounced Seadra. I love the little Pokeball on the side. Excellent. We have a Frillish. What the frick is this? Okay, whatever. It's a Frillish. Houndour. Wow. That's like the little engine that could right there. It's inspiring. We've got Scatterbug. We've got Honedge. Gilgar. I hate Gilgar. Hate him. I think that's why this set did so bad. Because this guy was in it. We get a Spoink, a reverse holographic Spoink, and holographic Octillery. What a letdown. It turns out the water that we thought was gold was just mud. Okay. Well, we've got a lot here, but we pulled better than last time. You can tell we've got Mimikyu, Full Art. We've got a Stoutland V and a Victini V Max. Again, I'll show you this mighty trio up close. There, you see him? Yeah, that looks great. So, and again, I'll just show you for the centering on the other side too. Let's get a sense of that. We'll put, and in fact, let's put some sleeves on it. So why don't we'll open this? Oh, this will probably sound really nice. That's so nice. We're gonna listen to him getting sleeved. Sorry for that. And there you have it. The big three from this unboxing. Well, I think that's all for us today. Do you have anything you want to say? Should we rip them all? What do you guys think? You're not here yet, so tell us in the comments. Do you wish we had cut it off? Or are you glad we ripped them? We're gonna rip them. I also want to get a full experience crinkling of the packaging. So let's do that together, okay? Oh, that just tickled the Kagura for sure. That's good stuff. Now, I think we will do this ripping. I'm gonna keep this Octillery. We're gonna do this ripping, and I hope that this is a symphony for your senses and a cacophony of characteristic sounds for your Kagura. And it is pronounced Kagura, right? It is. Here we go. this for a hot dog. Minfu. I hate Amber. Two for one. Three for one. That is the end. We have so appreciated the time that we've spent together today. We're so thankful for you. And this has been great. We'll see you. We'll see you next time we do one of these. Bye-bye, and subscribe for good dreams.